Okay. As you can see, we put some work in here. I've cleaned this whole trough out. We managed to get this one board dropped down. I still have one more board in the middle here I'm going to drop down. And then hopefully the water level will start lower. And the water level is quite a bit, it's an inch lower than it was because this water was coming right to the edge here and almost coming over. So I had to get in here and do something about that. But I had to clean it all up so I could start getting some food in here. These are lemon trees. We're going to keep them. They're starting to sprout pretty good. As they smell super cool. But cleaned out that whole back corner, moved a bunch of stuff, got that water level dropped there. And now my plan is to try and move this big begonia because this is the end where the drain is. And I put this in here as a cut and it went wild, right? So, and I just left it, but it's plugged this one a couple times, so I got to move it out of here. And what I'm thinking, we're going to try to move this. It's a huge, like this whole thing's one plant and it's going all the way up there. So we're probably going to break a few pieces off, which you can see here. I already got a whole bunch that's already from the other trough on the other side there. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try and dig out a spot here and take all this out and see if we can't move as much of this plant as we can, hopefully to here. And then I can have it go from here and then it'll go up and over the roof, sort of like the avocado here. I got to get up there and wire some of these branches down. What I try to do is wire them down. As you can see here, I wired it all like this. So that way it's growing. I try to get it to umbrella out, I guess. Like this branch here and stuff, right? Get it to come out into the room. But yeah, if we can get this guy, I don't know how well, it's definitely going to need help. But we're going to try to pick that guy up and then we're going to move him over into this spot here. So that opens up these two front lower beds. So that'll open up, get the big plants out of these and get them in the back, and then I can start trying to work on getting some food going here since the sun's starting to have a little more effect in the daytime for the hours. So for me, I can start growing right now. So that's what we're gonna get going on. I just thought I'd share a little bit of the progress as we're going here. All right. All we're gonna do here is just take out handfuls, and yeah, we're probably gonna get into a bunch of roots and stuff down here from these plants that are already in here. But if I remove a bunch of these rocks and just have the bare water, I think I'll have a chance to just drop that plant right into the spot and then cover it up with whatever rocks are in there. But yeah, it's just lava rock in here for now. The backside here where the jungle plants are, I'm probably gonna keep it lava rock, right? So we can keep going. That's another avocado seed here. That one didn't work out. That one I'd say is no more. But yeah, I just try to throw whatever I can in here sorta and see what happens. But here, look, even after stirring it up, you see how clean that water is? And that's after even stirring it up in here. Like it goes, you see? It's actually surprisingly clean. It just shows the system and all the different organisms that are in here that are actually working together. As I was digging around in here on the front beds, I did come across the worms and stuff that I need to see in here too, and I was super excited to see those, because yeah, with the worms and stuff in here, we can I know I got the systems balanced now, that it has the different organisms and even the large organisms to break down the bigger pieces. But yeah, you can see as we're getting in here, look here, this is one of the roots. But even that's at the bottom of the bed, and look how nice and clean that root is. It doesn't get a lot of flow through here, but there's a little bit. But yeah, I'm actually, when I was cleaning out the front bed, I was super surprised on, I expected to have a little bit of a stink tell you the truth, on the bottom of the bed with the anaerobic bacteria and stuff building up on the very bottom. But surprisingly, there's none of that happening. So even though the water's a little deeper than I would like it to be, it seems to still be circulating enough through all the stuff here to be able to not be stilled, like have the oxygenation, because without oxygenation, that's how you get the anaerobic bacteria, right? Is when the oxygen has no ability to get to it, the breaking down organic matter. But yeah, just rambling on while I'm cleaning out some of this. I'm gonna clean out probably a bucket's worth, because I gotta try to make sure I get enough of this root ball here, right? We need to make sure that I can pull this out and have this whole root ball, I'm hoping, will fit right down into this spot here. And then yeah, we'll have this coming out and over top of everything. But yeah, okay, there's a little bit of rambling and progress on what I'm doing here, and then we're gonna get some vegetables growing here right away. All right, I'll be back in a bit. Yes, my hair is horrible. I don't know if I'm gonna grow it all out again or if I'm gonna cut it all off. I haven't decided yet, but it's definitely a mop on top. But I figured we're gonna try and see what I can get on camera. I'm gonna try to lift this plant up here, which is basically all this room here. See all that I'm shaking? That's, I don't know what's gonna break off and what's not, and that's not a big deal. This here is the pothos, and that's I might have to try and get up that way a little bit. Most of that on that side of it. So that's gonna just, we're gonna tie another string up and hang that. I think I might take this and run it back that way more. But we've got a spot cleared out over here. Gravel in that bucket. We've got a spot cleared out over here, I'm hoping. And I guess I can come bring you over and you can take a look at it real quick. So what we're gonna do, oh, I dropped the phone. Of course I dropped the phone. Okay, now, I don't know if we cut that out or just leave it raw. But yeah, this here, all this mass, I gotta get out of here, right? Here, let me switch the camera around. So, we got a spot cleared out here, right? Look how clean and nice the white. When the roots are white like that, you know they're healthy. So, but yeah, we're gonna try and get that big plant over there. I'm just gonna try and get it on camera here and see what happens. I don't know. Okay, I got you back up here. I don't know what's gonna happen with this thing. It's gonna fall apart, break into a million pieces. What's gonna happen? I'm sure some of this is gonna break off. Keep leaving this here because it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bogs up the rain. Try to do it. Get up nice and neat. There's another piece here. Put that one off there. There, that one is its own plant. There, we got that out of there. So that's the roots. Look at the size of some of those suckers, eh? Let's see if we can't get over here. Get it. Snake up somewhere. Gotta untie something. Not enough. Now I can probably get in here and get these rocks out of here too. Those rocks are blocking fighting too. I did have a cage here that was blocking that, but I had to lift it a few times because that root kept plugging the pipe. Loosen some of these strings up. Broke one off. You got a whole bunch of them broke off the other side. So. Side here. Break him off. Okay. Fortunately, we are having to break some of them off, but these are pretty easy to reroute. You just throw that in the bottom. This whole room probably in another couple of years is just going to be completely filled with these. Get that up in there now. Broke something. String. Hey, we broke the string. Tie it up again here. Oh. There we go. Okay. Now, hopefully, that sucker will continue to grow here, like that, out of the bag. And that sort of opens it up a little bit, doesn't it? So many of these. Huge. That's one thing with tying the strings everywhere as it grows. When you try to do anything with moving it, you don't know where it all tangles, especially once it's growing in there. Yeah, I'm saying most of it, I think. I think you say most of it. You know, some of the pieces broke off and stuff. It's not a super strong plant to it. It's breaks pretty easily. Right. And then overall, good. Broken. Okay, well, we definitely got some of the plants still attached to it, so we let it grow now. But now I got some room. Now I got some room in here. But maybe start getting some vegetables growing here. Definitely improve this guy over there somehow too. Break off pieces here. And what we'll do is we'll just plant them everywhere back there, and we'll just have this massive wall of begonias. Growing the way we want it to grow. And a lot of these, I think what I'm going to do is these ones are all the same size, some of them. Knock the bottom leaves off. Because we're now set up over here, I think we'll take a bunch of these. okay. And that should help if we get a little more oxygen to the roots maybe too. We'll see. We'll see in time if it's gonna grow back real nice and stuff like that. I think that's gonna grow in a pretty wicked little canopy over everything. And then I'll keep the front windows there open so the sunlight's coming all in. And we're gonna get some vegetables planted in here, and we'll see the progress of those vegetables over the next little bit. But yeah, updates in the garden room on the troughs. Now we can get in here and get some vegetables growing. Lots of room to do stuff with. But all right, I'll be back in a bit. Have a good day.